Hello and welcome to my next tutorial. In this tutorial we want to do together the stand animation from the model. So we start by selecting everything for all bones and delete every unnecessary frame we don't need here. So let me double click on that one here. So then we're gonna save it. Make sure you're gonna save again as t-pose. Let's make a folder for it. So save as, and then let's make a folder called animation files. So we're gonna put in the animation files in here, and then we create a new layer, a new one called stand animation. Stand. So like this. So we create a stand animation. Make sure we want to have the first pose here. We want to have everything as FK from the arms, and the legs should be IK. And then we're gonna take a closer look at the stand which you want to create. In that case, it's this stand here which I like to create. And when we look at both pictures, it's nearly the same stand. I want to pin out that here the legs, we need to take a look that this one here is the left one is from the model, is a little bit more behind, and the right one is a little bit more forward, but they are all turned in different direction. And the hand poses here, but we don't animate actually that he's holding the sword sheet. So then we're gonna open up our model here, and then we start to pose it at frame 0. Make sure you activate auto key. We're gonna make sure we have local, turn it that way, like that. So turn this one that way. So move it a little bit more outside. This one should be more to the back here. So make sure we're gonna select our need targets. We can wireframe here, and then our knee targets here, it's this one here inside the knee and the other one, and we're gonna move them outside like that. So, and then we also turn the knees in the right direction of the foot. So okay, good, that's good. What we're gonna do next is selecting our hip, let him go a little bit down in the set pose here. You can select it here and go up and down, and then we move him forward and a little bit backward like that. Rotate him backward, and we're gonna move him down like that and more forward. So that looks good. Let's take another look at our reference, and we need to move this one a little bit more outside here and a little bit more forward like that, a bit more backwards. So that's good. What I also like to add is a little bit of twist here, so like that. And then we're gonna create also a little bend forward for that one here, but we also want to move him a little bit backward, so like this, and rotate him that he looks a bit to the side, but not that much here, like that. So let's take another look at our reference. He's standing pretty straight, and then we're gonna rotate the head here, so like that. That's good. Okay, make sure when you're animating that you have always, when you're at the stand animation, a little curve in here, just a small curve. That's always a good sign. And then we're gonna also animate the arms, but for the pose here, I like to animate it as IK, and for the hand pose I like to keep it as FK. So we're gonna take our left arm, and then we're gonna move IK target to palm, match IK and FK. Now change to IK. Then we have to take our platform here, move it down to our sort sheet like this. So then we're gonna take our good survival kit tool here, open it up, and then we go to sort sheet hand, which I created, and press OK like this. So I can now just rotate this one here like that, and rotate it like this, and place it on the sort sheet itself. So that looks pretty good here. So okay, that's good. That's saved us a lot of work right now. And then we're moving the elbow backward, and we're gonna moving the shoulder also a little bit backward, but more down. So like that. Let's see in the picture here. Okay, that looks good. And now we're gonna take the FK from the arm here and move it a bit more forward like that, and bend that one here a little bit. We're gonna take that one, move it a little bit down and a little bit forward. So rotating that bone here. So that looks good. I should actually rotate this one here to this side, double click on it, using our good tool. Let's take a relaxed hand here. Okay, so rotate it backward like this. So, and move this, rotate it a little bit back and more to the inside. Rotate that one here a little bit up. So that looks really good right now. Maybe rotate this a little bit more back. So should be better now. So but now let's do the actual animation here, because the pose looks kind of good. I'm happy with it. Just make sure from all sides it looks really good here. So, and then we're gonna make the actually movement without making any cape animations. We should change it to 80, the frame from 0 to 80. Then we're gonna select our first key here with drag and drop, hold left mouse click and drag and drop it, and then hold shift, left click and drag it to the end of the animation. So make sure we're gonna create a key for the whole rig here. Make sure you selected here the whole rig. One key, next key. So, and then we start to animate everything at frame 30 for the beginning, and then I show you what we're gonna do. So we're gonna start with the hip. I like to start with the hip, and at the same time with the arm here, because it's IK, and we should move both at the same time. That means we're gonna go a little bit down, a little bit more, so a little bit too much here. So, and then let's go a little bit forward. So, and then we're gonna make sure we have selected only the hip right now. We need to adjust the hand manually later. So rotate him a little bit backward like that. And what I also like to rotate him is a little bit to this side here. So that's good. let's take a look at our hand here. So we need to rotate it a little bit to the outside, and so that's good, I think. Okay, that's good here. So it's moving everything here. Then we're gonna take the next one. It's the chest bone here. So we're gonna rotate this a little bit forward, a little bit to the side like this. Maybe a little bit too much. So not many, something like that. And a bit more. So, and then I move it a little bit forward. So that's good here. So then we're gonna select the first shoulder here and move it a little bit upward and backward. So that's good. And we're gonna take the arm bone from this side here as well and move it a little bit to the outside. So okay, that looks good. And then we're gonna take this shoulder here also at frame 30. Move it also up and backward. So, and we also take this arm here, rotate it a bit to the outside and a little bit forward, so like that. Then we take this one here, rotate it a little bit inside, so, and then we're gonna take the hand here, rotate it that way a little bit more up, so we have actually a good rotating hand. And then we're gonna select the whole finger here, double click on it, the left click on the hand bone, and then select only the finger. You can unselect by holding Alt, and then make sure you have local, and then move them a little bit inside, so like that. So we have a nice little movement here. Maybe you can even unselect some more like that, like these ones here, so, and these ones, and then move only this one here in, so. Okay, and then we have to only move the head, and then we are nearly done like that. So okay, as you can see, everything will move at the same time and it looks very stiff, and we like to actually upgrade it. So we gonna select the whole cat bones, then we open up the graph editor, the curve editor, like that, and then we go to edit and make sure we go to controllers and select the out of range types. Sometimes it will not work. That means you have to select only the necessary parts for the animation. That means the hands, the arms when you're selecting FK or IK, the hand platform, and the foot platform, nearly everything. So, and then loop, and make sure you select loop, press OK. So that makes that everything here out of this sign here of the animation will always start to loop. As you can see at this curve, this little one, it will repeat all the time. So, and what we're gonna do now is we selecting the part like the chest here, and then open up the curve editor again, and as you can see here are the curves, which they will always repeat, and we're gonna select all of them here. Only for the movement that's up there is the scale. We don't need this one, but here the movement and the rotation, and press on our keyboard with the arrow key to left and right. This time we're gonna go to 10 times to the right. That means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So then we're gonna selecting our head here, curve editor, this one here, and going when we go to the right with the chest 10 times, you're gonna do this like 15 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So like this. Okay, then we're gonna select both shoulders here. Graph editor, curve editor, selecting everything and go like 10 times to left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like that. Then we're gonna selecting our arm here and go like, because it's the IK arm, we go 2 times left like that, and we're gonna selecting this arm here and go just 3 times back, selecting our knee, not knee, sorry, our elbow here. Open up the curve editor, selecting everything here as well and go like 4 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're gonna selecting our hand here and go forward like 8 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we're gonna take, of course, the fingers here, and we need that one here and this one and this one and that one here. Gonna open up the graph editor, move them up like 4 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. Then we're gonna selecting the next one here. So with holding control, you can select more at a time. Curve editor, selecting everything, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then the next one here, 1. So graph editor, and let's do it like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So, and now when we start to repeat the animation, it looks like this. So everything will start to move in different times, and that makes the animation much smoother. So we can go even further and select the chest here, curve editor, and selecting only the position here. By holding control, you can select them here and put them 2 times back, and the same goes for the head as well. Gonna graph editor, selecting only the position here and put them also 2 times back, and the same goes for the hip here. We're gonna select this one here and only select the position what we made and put it 2 times back, and then it looks even more smoother. Just making a little bit, but you can just play around with these. So okay, that looks pretty good. And the next thing what we want to do is the cape animation. So we're gonna save this one here, save the stand animation here, and then we like to unselect the cape bones and selecting the or better say unhide the bones here from our cape. So, and what we're gonna do right now is we selecting the weapon cape bone movement here. It's this one here. Then we're gonna make sure we're gonna switch to selected here. So gonna set here key, make sure we're gonna set at the end frame key as well, and then we're gonna rotate it with, not with local, with view, and we make sure that we're gonna make a rotation to the right here at this time at 20, like that, and it goes back to 30 at the original pose, and then here at 60 as well. That means it looks like this. So that we have a nice wind animation, then we're selecting the next bone by, we can just select them, or we're gonna go to the weapon cape tool, and then we open up our Spring Max here. It's the Chinese cape tool. It's nothing else than Spring Max. I will put a link down below. So, and we change that it's really smooth by 0.25. It should repeat 2 times. We set up this one here, and then we make sure that we're gonna copy this pose and paste this pose here, and then we let it run to see what happened. So we have a nice little wind here. So we're gonna do the same with the hair as well. We can just click here on the hair bone tool. Sleeve bone. No, is the hair bone tool. Cape bone. Didn't I make the hair yet? Cape bone. Oh, it seems like I forgot the hair, but don't worry, we can just edit here. Hair bone movement and hair bone tool. So we're gonna selecting our hair bone here, gonna copy and paste here. Make sure we make it here as well, and then we make a light small movement here in local at this time, and a little bit up like this at frame 20 and at frame 60. So, and then we're gonna select the hair bone tool like that, and then we're gonna paste, copy pose, paste pose, and then let it run, and then let's see what happened. So that's good here, and then we're gonna do the same with the cape here. Let's go to the cape bone movement next time, but that's not a big deal because we're gonna trick something. We're gonna selecting the cape, of course. Gonna do the same here. Gonna selecting that one and this one here. So, and then we're gonna take rotation, and then we, instead of local, we take view, move it a little bit outside and to the left like that. So, and we're gonna do the same for sleeves as well. But before we're gonna do that, I'd like to change a little bit of the value. That means we're gonna selecting this cape here, this bone string here of the cape, and this one inside here, these two, and then we, instead of moving around at frame 20, we're gonna move them around frame 27, and here at 67. That, so, and then we're gonna selecting our cape bone tool, and now let's see what happened when we run it. That means copy, paste pose, and then run it. So that's good. Let's take the same with the, do the same with the sleeve as well. Gonna select in the sleeve bone movement here, hierarchy, copy it to the middle here, and then we're gonna selecting frame 20. Let's take it in view mode as well. Gonna move it to the left, move it a little bit up like that. So copy this one here, and then let's take the sleeve bone tool and copy paste and run. So we have here a nice little movement of the cape. That's pretty good. So we have a little problem because the cape goes through the hair now, but that's not a big deal. We just unselect auto key, and we're gonna selecting the first bone here from our hair bone, and then we're gonna go select local. And because we're gonna select auto key, we actually don't create keys anymore. That means we can change the whole animation at once by just moving them a little bit up like that. And then as you can see, it shouldn't go through the mesh anymore. So that looks good. Let's look at the animation itself. So, okay. So let's see at our animation. That looks pretty good. You could even increase the wind effect a little bit by making harder movement, but for me it's alright now to always look from up because it's Warcraft 3. What we can do here right now, as I can see, is we're gonna selecting our weapon bone movement here and press no, and then we're gonna change to view and move them actually down that they does not. So that's better. So, but it's only possible because we're gonna animate every animation in his own file, and we're gonna put them later together. So I hope you enjoyed the tutorial about how to create a stand animation with breathing effect, with cape wind effect. Yeah, hit the like button, subscribe, and if you have any question, you can ask me. I put a link down below from the Discord where you can write me, and see you in the next tutorial. Bye bye.